Starting with development, our two main parts are the sorting bar, where you can adjust how you see the order of the items in the list, and the list box that has everything available in the order that you've chosen to sort them in. On the sorting bar, we have the icon image that is being displayed for the product or the thing that you're working on. If there is no image, it's going to display an X to say, hey, there's nothing there. Then we have our name, so the name of the product. If the product has a name, then it's going to be given a name. Otherwise, it'll come up blank. If there's a category that's been chosen, then it'll show up with a category. Again, no category, nothing shows up. If it has a rating, so the products that are in development won't have ratings because they haven't been published to be able to get a rating. Once you actually do that, then you'll have a rating on your product. Downloads, how many times has the product been downloaded, the date that it was created, and then the coins that it's going to cost. Currently, I own this one that's in development. To give you an example of what does it look like with information, let's go ahead and jump into our editor briefly just so we can see where is that information being populated from. So in the Game World level section, we have our game here at the top. I'm going to go ahead and just add an image so that we can see something in there. We'll use this tile set, and I'll say okay. So that's going to become the icon for my game. And then for a title, let's just do a random title real quick. Frequent Orange Cliffs. Sounds interesting. And a basic little description. This lets us fill out the information for the product that's in development, and it'll be displayed on the product bar. Now we also have next to it another tab for genre. So here we can come in and pick from the different genre types. So maybe ours is more of a platformer. Do we have a subgenre in here? Let's say it's more of an exploration, where we'll be finding oranges or whatever it might be. And then lastly, we have our theme that we can go in for our theme tags. Maybe this is more of a sci-fi 2D style or pixel style. And then when we go back, we can go ahead and go see how inside of the My Stuff in development. We're now updated so that we have the icon that we chose. We have the name of the product. We have the category for platform. And then everything else is as it is until it gets published. Okay, so that's the basic information for our sorting. That's where the information is actually coming from, and it's how it's going to be displayed right in here. Now, let's take a look at the actual development product itself. So we're going to select on the icon here, and then go into it. Inside the development product, we see that we've got a number of different options. Right off the bat, at the top bar, we have the name of our product, and it's a game type, not a tile type. On the left-hand side, we see that we have an icon of the product. You can select on the image here and change the icon from the product page. So if you left-click on it, it's going to take you to the Select Item scene, and in here we can select the different tile sets by left-clicking on them, and it'll load up the different tile sets available. And then you can select on whatever image that you want. So we could replace the image with a crossbone if we wanted, and that becomes the product's image. Or again, at any point in time, you have the options to go back in and adjust the images. You're not locked into it at any point. We have the name of the product. Developer, if we have logged in, and then it's going to take our developer information and fill it in here. We have the type, we've got our platformer, and then we have our options right in here. We have for our gold and for our silver, and then we can set the amount. So if I want to set it to a silver cost amount, and then we could go in here and set it to whatever value that we wanted. So let's say we're going to set it for 25 cents. The one thing to keep in mind too is that this part can be changed at any point in time. So at any point in time you can go back in, readjust your pricing, readjust the actual gold coin or silver coin. So you're not locked into this, you have complete control over this part of it. And to the right hand side we have a play button and a publish button. The play button lets us play through what we've been working on. The publish button lets us push this up to the storefront so that other people can download it. Now in order to do the publish, you've actually got to do a little Q&A on your product. You got to make sure that it actually works and is beatable, and once you've done that, then you're able to actually publish the product. Below that we have a flagging system so that when you're in the storefront you're able to flag the products if you see something that doesn't comply with the rules for publishing. And then below that we have our images. This is where we can set in our images for screenshots for the product. We have a description, and you can see more to come. This is where it took the information from the Game World level section and fills it in here. It's also where we can fill in the information again. So this time it's different. The review section is for when the product is being reviewed, that you'll get your reviews right in here. And then updates gives you a chance to update your product. This is version 1, and we've fixed the bad guy, whatever it might be. So this gives you a chance to be able to communicate to your community of players and keep them updated with what you've actually done to your product. Okay, and that is the basic of our game product page, that while you're in development, this is what you have access to. Okay, and those are the basics of the product page while you are in development. And we'll head back out and we'll take a look at the organizer.